Let's talk about a really cool partnership between Palantir and a company called Anduril. And then we're going to explain what exactly Anduril is and who the founder of Anduril is. And then we're going to try to make a connection and see how this all plays out in the future. Anduril Industry joins Palantir Technologies' Titan Industry team. Anduril Industries has received a subcontract award from Palantir Technologies for the hardware system design for the U.S. Army Tactical Intelligence Targeting Access Node, aka Titan. Guys, I'm going to leave a link to the Titan video that I made at the end of this video. I urge you guys to watch that video if you are a Palantir investor or want to possibly invest into Palantir to understand what, in my personal view, is going to be a massive, massive catalyst that's going to propel Palantir into the future, and that's going to connect not only the U.S. Army, but many different branches of the U.S. military and sub-branches within those branches of the military. During the first phase of the effort, Anduril will collaborate with Palantir and serve as the lead hardware system architect. Anduril will be responsible for the design, the development, the testing, and delivering of the physical infrastructure for the Titan prototype. A software-centric approach is critical to the development of the correct hardware platform, and Anduril will emphasize modularity, manageability, and performance. Anduril's extensive experience deploying and updating software on organic hardware systems in remote environments with limited support capability will play a significant role in the design and development of the physical infrastructure solution. Let's read that again. Anduril's extensive experience deploying and updating software on organic hardware, natural hardware that's created in remote environments, places God knows where, in the middle of freaking nowhere, with limited support capability. You're basically out on your own. You have your pocket knife, and that's it. Ain't nobody there to help you, so you got to be able to help yourself. And I quote, Anduril is pleased to partner with Palantir to design and demonstrate the ground station prototype solution for the Army's Titan program, said Matthew Stickman, Chief Revenue Officer of Anduril. And I quote, Anduril is uniquely qualified to build hardware platforms with the explicit intent of enabling complex software integration. So Anduril is uniquely qualified to build hardware platforms. So they're going to build the actual hardware platform, the physical platform, it seems like, and Palantir is going to be able to integrate the AI data analytics for that platform, the basically enterprise, the software that goes into the hardware. Hardware is the physical, software is the actual programming of it, and they're going to mesh it together. This is a great example of innovative companies bringing critical modern solutions and emerging technology capabilities to the Department of Defense. The ground station modernization effort will field a globally distributed intelligence enterprise to meet the challenges of joint all-domain operation against near-peer threats. Joint all-domain operations, what does that mean? Domain is land, air, sea, space, so on and so forth. It's different locations, different physical locations within this world. The overall solution will incorporate data integration, fusion, processing, and analytic capabilities using AI and ML to automate and assist the Army in shortening sensor-to-shooter timeline. This system will provide a comprehensive deployable edge solution to counter global threats in challenging and austere environments to support intelligence and targeting. Very, very important. Let's just understand what they just said. The system will provide a comprehensive, deployable edge solution. Edge solution. Apollo Edge, what does that mean? No need for cloud. Remote systems where you basically have very little support. That is what Palantir is all about. By teaming up with Anduril, this is freaking huge. Let's see who the CEO of Anduril is, and you guys might understand what exactly this company does. This is the founder of Anduril, co-founder. Palmer Freeman. Lucky is an American entrepreneur. Now this is the kicker. Best known as the founder of Oculus VR, Oculus Virtual Reality, and designer of Oculus Rift, a virtual reality head-mounted display that is widely credited with reviving the virtual reality industry. Now, Anduril is not a publicly traded company. I did look into it. I actually wanted to buy in the company, but it's approximately worth $4.6 billion. Today, when this company goes public, I might just buy into them because I've been following it for just a little while. The CEO is a very known figure, and they have massive contracts within the Department of Defense. For them to partner up with Palantir is an absolutely amazing feat. They obviously make dope-ass hardware, and Palantir makes dope-ass software. Together, they're like a freaking superhero. They're basically Superman. Currently, the price of Palantir is down around 1%. It was up around 1.5% earlier today, after starting the day at around negative 2.5%. It is maintaining the $10 price target, which is very, very important as a psychological barrier to have double digits as opposed to single digits. And we're going into the weekend. If we can hold a $10 position, I'm looking very forward to what's going to happen on Monday. Palantir is absolutely beat up, but for the longest time, it was at a 52-week low at around that $6, $7 mark. Well, now it's on double digits and it looks a lot better. If you invested into Palantir over the last month, you're actually up 10%. And over the last 5 days, you're up 11%. Over the last 6 months, you're still down 40%. However, it's much better than being down 70%. The current market cap of Palantir is $20 billion. And at a $10 price per share, you're paying around the same price that people paid as the DPO. So you're getting a massive, massive deal. Palantir has a lot of growth to come in the future, and I really like that they're working with amazing companies. And this is just one example of companies that Palantir is working with. Now, Anduril themselves, they do hardware and they also do software. So it's very interesting to see that they're teaming up with Palantir. Obviously, you can't just have hardware without some type of software. I think that this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship, and I think that in the future, you're going to hear a lot more contracts between Palantir and Anduril. I think what's good for the geese is good for the gander, and what's good for the geese and good for the gander is good for the shareholders of Palantir and possibly shareholders of Anduril in the future. I'm looking forward to see if they're actually going to have a public offering later on, and I'm probably going to buy into the company. So far from what I see, I need to go more in depth into what the company is offering and what the company can do. But the CEO is definitely somebody who's formidable and people know who he is, people know his products. Palmer made the Forbes list. I believe his net worth was like 1.4 billion and he was rated number 22 for richest entrepreneurs under 40 years old. So obviously this guy has some skills. And I know that this is not an Anduril video and this is a Palantir video, but it's kind of both. It's very important to partner with companies that complement your own company. And this looks like a natural fit between Anduril and Palantir. And again, this is a Palantir video, but I'm very interested to try to invest in Anduril later on when they do IPO in the future. There's a lot of value there, and maybe they're not going to compete against Palantir, and they can literally complement Palantir in your own personal portfolio. Again, let's see when the books are out and when we can actually look at the finances and what they could or cannot do. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen, guys. A lot of people are like, oh, Adam, I want Palantir to go down so I could buy more. I want it to be $5. F that. I'll be very, very happy if things go up. If I don't see another $5 or single digits for the rest of my life of Palantir, I'm going to be one happy person. If you didn't buy, it's on you. If you're greedy looking for that absolute bottom, it's on you. It can happen. Don't get me wrong, the bottom can possibly happen in the future, or we could have already seen the bottom. All I'm telling you is DCAing every single day might be the best possible options for people. It's very hard to time the bottom, and although the drop is vicious, the bull up is just as vicious, just as tremendous, and can go up just as fast as it went down. And you never know when that day of the bull run is. Guys, have a great weekend.